here I am talking away and my camera's not even on. Hey guys, happy Vlogmas. Happy Vlogmas. It is Sunday and I've just been hanging out, talking to myself, trying to clean up my apartment a little bit. The cat took over. I was trying to redo the bed sheets and I put them in the wash and got them all clean and soft, and then the cat set up shop there, and so I'm gonna I paused that until she gets up. She's a cold little bug in a rug. Yeah, so I'm just like getting ready for Pizza Sunday and my week ahead of me. I'm setting up a live event. Actually, it's gonna be, I couldn't figure out how to do it live on YouTube. I looked for maybe an hour yesterday to figure out how to do an interview live on YouTube, and I just couldn't figure it out. So if anybody knows, let me know, because I really want to know. I could figure out how to do just a live event with myself, which maybe I'll do one of these Vlogmases. And you definitely, I had to go in and set it up to do the live event, which you have to have 100 subscribers to set up. So I got that all set up, but then I couldn't figure out the encoder and how to get like a YouTube streaming key to put it into a program where I could actually have an interview with somebody, and so you could see both of our faces there instead of just me, and like share my screen and things like that. So I couldn't figure it out. So if anybody knows, let me know. But I am super excited for tomorrow, where I'm going to interview Vanessa. Her Instagram is It's Vanessa. And I know she's really engaged with the STEM community and what's happening. And, you know, she's a mechanical engineer in California, I think. And is just, you know, an activist and really supportive of people online. And I messaged with her a few times, and she's always been such a delight to message with, and so I wanted to get to know her a little bit more, and I asked her if she would do a little chat with me tomorrow, and so we're gonna do that. I'll ask her all about, you know, how her experience with the pandemic's been, what she's been doing, and what work's like for her, and things like that. And so I'm super excited for that. Tune in. Today I'm just getting ready for it. I'm looking up some recipes on my computer here for Christmas Eve. I'm gonna have my bubble over and we'll share gifts, and I did put together some stockings and things like that. My cat was already getting into the stockings, so she's adorable. Did you find the cat toys? Yeah, I'm just getting ready. I've got some mail I was going through. I've got this cute card from my aunt where she says, you know, miss seeing you. I love keeping up with you through your Facebook posts, which is really sweet of her. My Facebook posts are my cross posts from my Instagram, but she engages with a lot of them and asks questions and yeah, comments on a bunch of them. And then I don't check my Facebook as much, so I'm slow to respond. But and then I also got this summary annual report, which is the 4 Jacobs 401k plans, which is an interesting statement. I was just telling somebody, I think I was telling one of my interviewers or interviewees that about our 401k, and I'm pretty transparent. I mean, you guys kind of know that from my Instagram and my blogging. But I mean, I straight up told them, like, yeah, you know, in March, there was maybe 6 months or so where we didn't have our 401k match, which is part of our benefits. And that was part of the CFO and the CEO, and they made, you know, promises not to lay people off during the pandemic. You know, it's actually really interesting because, you know, 2 months before the pandemic started, we couldn't hire people fast enough. And then that hit, and all these other companies are laying people off. So we do have to go through a bunch more permissions now to hire somebody, which I've had to do even now with the people that I'm interviewing for this role. They basically stuck to their promise. I think it's a little bit different in different countries, but in the US, I don't know anybody who got laid off. I do know some people that took PTO and then had to take, we were able to donate our PTO to other people that, you know, were working in, say, aviation, and their projects got pulled by the clients. And so we were able to donate some time to them. As you guys know, I really like working for Jacobs. So, yeah, this is an interesting statement. I've never seen this before. I don't know if I just have thrown this away when it comes in, but it lays out what Jacobs paid in terms of 401k benefits to employees. So a total of 31,876 persons were participants in or beneficiaries of the plan. Plan expenses were $381 million. These expenses included $1.8 million in administrative fees, $379 million in benefits paid to participants, and $58,000 in other expenses. So they went from $4.4 billion in early 2019 to $4.9 billion at the end of 2019. So $500 million. During the plan, plan experienced an increase in net assets of $566 million. Okay, so that's what it went in. Plan had a total income of $1.1 billion, including employer contributions of $48 million and employee contributions of $179 million. So Jacobs, $48 million, Jacobs employees, $179 million. And then earnings from investments that were already in there and, you know, was in the stock market, even through, you know, 2020. Oh, maybe this is all 2019. Yeah, this is all 2019. So this is pre-pandemic. But earnings from investments, $937 million, and some other income. So it's interesting they send this. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, or that I really needed to know this at all. But it is kind of fun to see that they send these out. It must be a requirement that they have to do this. It says the Employee Retirement Income Security Act of 1974. So I bet it's a requirement that they have to send this. So that's interesting. But yeah, everything else here is just me getting ready for Christmas. This is my lunch, my books I'm reading, my recipes, and the ads, and I'm gonna put on some ACL Live on the TV. I got a new planner for this year, for next year already. I was finding that I wasn't using my planner the same way I was in the past. I got a different style planner. Okay, so it's the same planner. The Happy Planner is what I've been using. You get them at like Michael's or Joann's or one of the craft stores. And before, I had a column for each day, and then I wasn't really using the column for each day, and I saw this style, which was a little different, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll try this out. And it's got, you know, here's September. Obviously, I didn't really use it in September. And then it's got the calendar view, which they had this in the other version as well, and I never used that either. They've got some like reflections and things, and I did use this a lot they just had a page of it in the last version that I had, but obviously I stopped using it here. And then what it is now is just like daily lists, and so they're just let's see if I can find a blank one to show you, because I don't know what's in these without looking at it. It's just like, you know, this is for a list. And I did use it, but I didn't use nearly as many pages as there are in here, and so there's so much blank stuff. Yeah, but I would like have it open for a couple weeks on the same page. I did kind of get, like, it would get crazy on one side, and then I'd rewrite everything on the next side to just kind of organize it again. But anyway, I found out I wasn't really using it the way it was like intended to be used. So I just kind of went and looked for another type of planner, and I got this one at Target, and it's a little bit smaller. I like that it folds out, and because I do leave it open on my workspace, and it's got the weekly to-do list, and it's kind of got it down by week again. And since I do really like that weekly view, I thought, oh, you know, this will be good. Again, I probably won't use the monthly view because I've tried. I've put things in monthly views before, and I just never reference it again, especially if there's a weekly view already. The weekly to-do list, it's got all of the months in here, and so I probably will like start to tear them out. What's nice about having a planner and like knowing what I was working on is I can save it, and if I ever need to get in a situation where I need to reference like what was the work that I did on a certain project because I've sealed it, and it's, you know, if there's something wrong with the project or if there's some sort of claim against, you know, the way the construction went, I can always go back to my notes and say like, okay, these days I was working on this project and this is how much time went into it, and this was what the review looked like, and just kind of show that I did the standard of care for that engineering design. So I don't throw these out, even though I will rip them out so that this gets smaller and easier to carry around. I don't throw them out. And this other one that I had, it was super easy to take in and out. And actually I had all these different like folders and other sorts of things that clip in, which is why I really like that style, because I could customize it. But you know, figured let's try something different. This is a little bit smaller. Seems a little bit more manageable to just throw into my briefcase, which was one of the things that I think when I got my last promotion, my last big one, no, it must have been 2 ago, that I thought, you know, I can't be showing up to my clients with a backpack, even though I really liked the backpack and it was a nice backpack that had a space for my laptop and things. And I do take it into the field. I move everything into the backpack to, you know, kind of protect my briefcase. But when I go to a client's office or a meeting at their place, I wanted a leather briefcase that I could take in with me. It's not very vegan of me, is it? But I really love the feel of a leather briefcase. So yeah, this will fit nicely in my leather briefcase, and I do like the front. It's pretty. So that's how my Sunday is going, guys. Oh, I got a new shirt. I should have washed this too so it was all soft. It's just from Target, but it's got Ursa Minor and Ursa Major. I took an astronomy class when I was in, it was like a summer at the community college, but I was in high school, and so I was there for fun, and everybody else was there for their science credit that they needed to graduate. And so it was kind of fun just like helping everybody else with the math side of it, and like going out and stargazing and things like that. And it was fun just to be like around a community of people and like in this like learning classroom space. And so I really enjoyed it. And I learned so much about the stars that now anytime we're out and everybody's like, oh, I wonder what the constellations are, and they're like getting out the apps, I'm like, oh look, like I can help you, like I can teach you about these stars. The dippers are more of the summer constellations to me. So let's see. The Big Dipper, which I think a lot of people are able to find pretty easy. If you take the edge and you run it up, it actually, so these are not spatially accurate. The Little Dipper is, I can't remember its orientation, but if you take the edge and you run it up, you'll hit the North Star, which is not the brightest star. I feel like a lot of people do think it's the brightest star. The brightest apparent star, which is the one that looks the brightest to the human eye, is Sirius, the dog star, and that's more of a winter constellation. Or if you wake up early in the summer, which I do, but I still consider it a winter constellation. I think that's like a thing. There, you've got summer ones and winter ones, and they're the ones that are out at night. So you can use the Dipper to find the North Star. And then let's see, the Little Dipper, if you, oh no, it is the Big Dipper. So if you take the Big Dipper and you do an arc around the Big Dipper, it'll come down to another bright star, which is called Arcturus. So the like thing to remember it is arc to Arcturus. And then if you go from Arcturus, there's straight down, there's like another bright star. It's called Spica. And so the thing to remember that is arc to Arcturus, spike to Spica. But yeah, that's all I know about really the summer constellations. The winter ones are way easier. Oh, I must have taken it during winter semester because that's why I know the winter ones better. I did like a weird high school thing where I did credits at the community college, and then I dual enrolled in the community college and high school, and I worked a little bit just because I had enough high school credits and I wanted to get some college credits that I knew transferred into my degree and that were fun classes. And so yeah, I came into undergrad with a lot of credits, and I didn't have to take any of the AP classes or any of the AP tests because I just like went to the community college, and as long as you pass, you have the college credits. So I thought that was like a more efficient way to get college credits and way less stressful, which is, I'm all about efficiency. So I also know cool things about astronomy now. So I saw this shirt and it's like embroidered. I don't know if you can tell, the little stars are embroidered. And so I thought it was fun. But yeah, it's just from Target. It's like they're small, but I think I need to wash it so that it like lays down better and put some softener in with it. I've gotten really into how I wash my clothes and like taking really good care of them in the wash. And so using these like really soft softeners and then putting them in the dryer just on low setting for 20 to 40 minutes and then like hanging them up so that it doesn't, like wear down the clothes. And that's why, I don't know if you can tell on my couch, I'm like drying out some clothes right now. But yeah, that was something I learned from my ex. He was really good at like cleaning things and like taking really good care of stuff. He liked to buy a lot of stuff, but he took really good care of all the nice things that he had. So picked up some tricks. So my washing regime has gotten a lot better since that relationship. But anyway, always learning from someone. I am headed to go get a consultation for a tattoo. So hopefully we'll draw it up and it'll be fun. I'll get to see it. So anyway, happy Vlogmas. I'm gonna share with you some videos on the cookies that we made. Not my strong suit, I'll tell y'all. I'm gonna roll them out. I've got parchment paper. But they actually look way better in photos than they do in real life. So I shouldn't tell you that, but that's my cookie decorating skills. So they were a vegan recipe. It wasn't a great recipe. It used cornstarch instead of some sort of like flaxseed or something to bind it. And it was very hard to work with, so I'm not gonna post the recipe. Try a new one. And if you guys find a new, better vegan sugar cookie recipe, let me know. Though it takes so much work to do sugar cookies, it's kind of like a once a year event for me, if that. But, all right, tune in tomorrow and then I will talk to you then. Here I am baking away and I forgot to vlog. I'm not a very good vlogger, huh? So I've been making sugar cookies. These are my dough balls. I just put it in the mixer, mixed it all together, and I've got these dough balls. I'm gonna roll them out, and I'm rushing a little bit to get them in the fridge so they can be refrigerated for an hour before I actually put them into the sugar cookie shapes. So I'll try to remember to film. It's candy caneception. They're just beautiful.
Yeah, you did great. I've only done 2.
The cat. So, what are you doing?